Hey guys, it's Kat. Welcome to a new makeup transformation of a crazy makeup tutorial today of Rick from the TV show Rick and Morty. If you guys are like me and you've seen the show, it is one of my all-time favorites. It is so incredibly good. Probably not for younger audiences. It reminds me of Back to the Future meets Family Guy or The Simpsons, but if The Simpsons was more modern and weird, crazy. Crazy in a good way though. It's about a grandpa, this guy right here, who's an amazing scientist, takes his grandson out of school to take him on his weird trips, time travels, does all types of crazy things. So we are going to turn into Rick today, and I'm going to turn into Morty later on. Here's a little sneak peek. It's going to be so good. We're going to do a body painting, so let's get started. I'm going to put a wig cap on, obviously, because blue spiky hair does not run in my genes or my family, so it doesn't really grow out of my head. And once that wig cap is on, I'm going to prep my skin with some makeup primer in areas other than my eyebrows. Do not put this on your eyebrows because I'm going to put some glue on the eyebrows later, and I don't want to put anything on there that will make the glue not stick to my face. This step is totally optional, but I'm getting some orange corrector concealer for those under eye luxury bags that I have. It's the only designer bags I have. Putting some green corrector as well, as you can see, and blending all of that out with a damp beauty sponge. This is the Beauty Blender, overpriced in my opinion, but I'm going to flatten down my eyebrows so that we could paint on them. I'm using glue sticks and layers of powders. Depending on how thick your eyebrow hairs are, you want to do 2 to maybe 4 layers of glue stick and powder, maybe even more. And each layer of glue and powder has to be completely dry before moving on to the next layer. But like I said, you want to have these eyebrows flat so that we could draw fancy cool things on them. So once that layer is completely dry, I just want to show you that I'm not completely naked. I have a tube top thing on while I'm doing body painting in this video, and I have this weird bruise on my shoulder. Don't know how it got there, but I'm going to get a white eyeliner pencil to start drawing on the outline of Rick's face. He has this amazing unibrow that looks like a Slim Jim slapped on his forehead, so we're drawing that, and the big circular eyes. This is going to be a little bit difficult, but I have the base of the circle eyeball right at my lash line, my upper lash line. They are going to look like giant ping pong balls just slapped onto my face over my brows. This is the hardest part of the makeup, is getting these eyeballs even, but I'm also going to draw in the nose, which is not necessary because I'm going to paint over it, and I drew the under eye bags just so I know where all the features are going to be. I'm just measuring out before I paint, even though I'm going to paint over them. And if you watch Rick and Morty, Rick is known for his drool. He's always drunk and burping in the TV show. He sounds so miraculous and fancy if you don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm drawing the drool, and I'm drawing his neck part, and of course, I cannot forget, this is going to be his creepy smile with his rotten Tic Tac teeth, is what I call them. His teeth look like rotten yellow Tic Tacs. I love it. You really want to look at a reference picture when you are tracing out his whole entire face and all of its features. We're even doing his smile lines on the sides of his face. And once you have the outline of his face drawn out, we are going to make some gray tone foundation. I'm just getting my Makeup Forever foundation mixed with the gray cream paint in my Midnight Death Wheel. And I'm making this gray tone base for his entire face. His skin is definitely gray. It's like this dead zombified color. So I'm just painting that around the eyeballs and all the features that we painted on his face to match his skin color. It kind of is the color of wet cement, and I'm going to be using this Midnight Death Wheel palette that I used to mix with this foundation in the whole entire probably makeup look in video, because it has the perfect colors for his gums and teeth and in his mouth and everything. This is probably my most used makeup palette during Halloween. It's one of my all-time favorites. I love Midnight. And as you can see, I'm just setting my under eyes with some translucent powder before I move on to the rest of my gray foundation. Make sure to get it around those drooly marks. And once you have your gray foundation on your face and a little bit on your neck, we're going to powder all that down with more translucent powder. And then get our NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk or any white cream paint. I am painting this over my eyebrows because you do not want to use a water-based makeup product or paint over eyebrows that have this adhesive of glue or eyebrow covers already on, because it might seep through the adhesive. Powdering down that white eyebrow part before getting our white aqua paint and painting in the rest of the eye socket of Rick. those giant ping pong balls of eyeballs that he has. I'm drawing each eyelid before I move on to the other side. And like I said before, this is probably going to be the most difficult part of the makeup because drawing perfect circles on a surface that isn't flat is difficult enough, but over your eyebrows and making them both not perfect but similar in size is definitely difficult. Once you have those white circles perfectly on your eyebrows, or as perfect as they can get, I'm drying them down with a blow dryer. Before getting my Midnight Death Wheel again to get this pukey yellow color from the palette and paint in those teeth. These teeth are stubby. They kind of remind me of the characters from Chicken Run or Wallace and Gromit. Definitely similar teeth. You want to make sure you paint all of them individually in. This gets a little tedious and is hard over your lips. If you have smaller lips, I feel like body painting is just meant for you because having large lips makes everything harder to paint on. After the yellow teeth are on, we are definitely going to powder it with some translucent powder. But once those teeth are painted in, I'm getting this maroon brown chocolate paint from the Midnight Death Wheel and painting in the inside of his mouth in between the teeth. It really helps if you did the whole outline with the white eyeliner that we did before. It kind of looks like he has chocolate oozing from in between his teeth. And now it is time to get the Exorcist puke color. That split pea green soup of his like drool barf he has coming from his mouth, and then powder it down again. Now it is time to get our sky blue aqua paint and paint in Rick's eyebrow. That beautiful unibrow that he has on his forehead. And then I'm going to grab my white eyeliner pencil again to start doing the outline of his outfit in white scientist coat. He has very squared out shoulders, but his body is a lot smaller than his head. So that's why I'm doing his body a little bit smaller on my chest. And we're going to blacken out the other portions that we left that didn't have his body drawn on later. And now I'm just getting a liquid eyeliner pen and painting in the weird pupils on his eyes. I love everything about this show except their creepy squiggly pupils. It's kind of weird, but you get over it. And as you can see, I'm drawing the outline of his eyeballs because again, this is a cartoon and they have black outlines on the eyes and other facial features. So this is very hard and you have to be very patient and have a very steady hand when you're doing this because you could easily mess it up. Instead of using a black eyeliner pen, what also could be easier is some black aqua paint with a very thin detailed paintbrush. And of course, we can't forget to outline his unibrow. It reminds me of the raspberry blue Slurpees from 7-Eleven through the straw. And we are going to outline his nose on top of my nose. He has this weird, long, skinny nose, and I am drawing his under eye circles and outlining his entire mouth and all the details and his teeth. We can't forget the Tic Tac teeth. And of course, his green drool. We can't forget that. That's his signature, the drool. Yes. And once your drool is all outlined, I am going to get our aqua teal paint and start painting on Rick's shirt under his science coat. This teal was a little dark, so I got some white aqua paint and put that on top to mix it together to make it a lighter teal color for his shirt. And when that is completely dry, I'm going to powder it down with some translucent powder before getting our white aqua paint and painting Rick's science coat. Like I said, he has some very squared off shoulders and you want to make this very pigmented. Let that dry with maybe a hairdryer and then powder it down with translucent powder. And now it is time to get our black aqua paint. I'm going to start painting my ears to make sure they disappear in the background. And painting my neck and around my shoulders, around Rick's body of his outfit. Getting a thin paintbrush and painting the outlines of his outfit. And once the outlines are all painted on the outfit, we are going to get these very cute little gray ears. I just cut these ears out of cardboard and I put these ears on as well with some Prozade only because they are smaller, around half the size of my normal ears, about a little bit bigger than my earlobes because Rick has very small gray ears and I thought they'd be a great addition. And once I glued on those ears, I'm gonna get this blue wig that's very reminiscent to Rick's hair in Rick and Morty, but I just had to style it a certain way with the spikes to look just like Rick's hair from the TV show. I'll put the link to that and everything I used in this video in the description box below. And with that, we are completely done with our Rick from Rick and Morty makeup transformation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if there's any other Rick and Morty fans out there, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. If you guys would love to see makeups like this, being taught live in person. I am teaching a class in Burbank, California. If you live in the LA area, it's only $75 on September 30th from 1 to 4. I'll put all the information for that down below as well to get your tickets, because you get over $300 worth of makeup products for free when you enter this class. But now it's time to take this off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see some of you guys in person in my makeup class. There's going to be so many more characters and classic Halloween makeups to come. I can't wait to start those. If you guys do this makeup or any makeup from my YouTube channel, please post it on your Instagram and tag me #katsketch. I'm also on Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere. But now it's time for me to go and take a shower. I look so gross, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!